Millennials are starting to realize that the lie they were sold, this American dream thing that their parents did for 40 or 50 years, is total bullshit. It is. It's all just there to entrap you. You're in an open air prison. Okay, you do have consciousness, but you're projected down into this head, which is like a virtual reality headset. Like, I always thought that when I was a kid. I was like, man, my hands and the goggles I'm wearing. And I totally respect if you think I'm a crazy person, because I don't care. And you know, you're crazy for not seeing through all this stuff. Like, it just never felt right as a kid going to school. And I was like a late term public school person because I was homeschooled for a while. And so maybe that helped me not get the full programming. You know, it didn't fully load. And that's why I always question things. And then, you know, the world, and I was like, this is it. This is what we're supposed to do. Do this? No, that's not living. This is freaking modern day open air prison slavery. Whereas orchestrated, there's a bunch of weirdos at the top that know about this kind of stuff, know how to manipulate consciousness or harness it or keep us trapped, keep us believing that this working yourself to death is not really worth it.
What's good, y'all? It's your boy Terrence Carter, TC Talks, TC Fitness. I'm glad to be here with y'all. Back at it again with a new YouTube video. So, obviously I'm at work, right? Taking a break. And this video, bro, it's not gonna be a video about me necessarily complaining, but it's gonna be a video about me truly expressing myself, you know? So, right now, at this point in my life, I feel like I need to put more effort into trusting what God has in store for me, right? Instead of waking up day to day dreading the job that I'm working. And I got asked a question. Why do you still work the job if you don't like the job? Which was basically saying, why haven't you fully learned to bet on you? That's how I interpreted the question. And I sort of kind of ran around the question. You know, I don't want to leave the job because I don't want to make my mom mad. Or I don't want to leave the job because we all got bills that we got to take care of, right? But that's going around the question. And then I said, you know, sometimes we tend to get addicted to the paycheck because it's a sense of security. But I'm the one that be telling you there's no such thing as job security. It's a false sense of stability because you know that you have a check coming in every 2 weeks. But that doesn't fully answer the question. So as I sit in this room, you know, when you're in solitude, you get a lot of downloads, you get a lot of information. And my intuition was telling me, like, are you afraid? Let's just call it what it is. Your YouTube channel hasn't made thousands of dollars a month yet. Your ebooks haven't really been selling. Yeah, you're in the stock market, that's cool, but that's long-term money. Are you, in some way, shape, or form, being programmed to work for somebody else, but forget about what you truly want to do on this planet, which will really bring you the fulfillment that you're looking for? My intuition also said, what is there to fear? Because I told myself, I'll just resign and go back to what I was doing before. I had more of the freedom, time freedom, I guess, which was Uber. But what is there to fear? Because what I constantly do with myself is I ask myself, am I truly adding value to people? Try my best to tell you guys about the markets. Try my best to tell you guys about retention. Yeah, I haven't been talking about the topic much, but I still on a journey regardless. And my real battle is with myself. It has nothing to do with the outside world. I'm still doing a lot of shadow work. I'm still doing the healing. When you've been doubted a lot of your life based off of outside appearance, it does play with your subconscious mind. But I know that we are all very, very intelligent as people, and we all have something that we can bring to the table. And I personally want to tap into my fullest potential and not allow the job to determine the life that I build for myself, for my fiance, for my family, etc. But it starts with self first. And yes, the wages that we get paid working these full-time jobs can definitely be a trap. You're never gonna make enough money to be next to the CEO. You'll make enough money to continuously feel like a peasant. And money talks. So once again, what are you afraid of? People's opinions? People not thinking that you're good enough? Were you afraid to fail? Because in some way, shape, or form, failing is how you learn. You have the fear of not making enough money to pay your bills when you've been doing it. So there's many questions that come to the surface when I ask myself the questions. When I ask myself the question internally, there's many answers that come to the surface. And once again, that's a battle that I have to deal with. Because I can sit there and say what I want about the W-2 system. It is rigged. You do work for 75% of your paycheck. Your time is not even your time. It's somebody else's time. They're giving you a paycheck. Cool. And I also did, tell myself, I want to reach this certain financial goal before I leave. And I'm trying to play things smart. But I know that internally, I have more to offer to the people. I can teach investing. I can teach people about NoFap and retaining your energy. Like I try my best to help people the best way that I know how to do it. Because do I want to create a business, which I'm doing online? Yes. Do I want it to flourish? Yes. Do I have to be the one that deals with the highs and the lows? Absolutely. I don't come on YouTube and make a whole bunch of money with each video. I don't have control over the algorithm. I don't have control over what you, the people, do. Only thing I have control over is showing up, putting my messages out there. If you guys like the video, you do. If you don't, you don't. But it's still the internal self that I have to really work on. Because you show up to a job that you don't necessarily like for whatever reason. Management, toxic environment, low pay, tedious, physical things, and mental destruction. Jobs feel like spiritual destruction. And y'all seen that? Yeah, y'all ever seen the picture where it's like God holding his hand out, and then they're like flicking, and they're flicking you, and it's hand here, hand here, hand here. You have to take the leap of faith and stop constantly only just talking about it. When I'm not at the job, I'm happier. I get to do my own thing. When I'm at the job, my brain is telling me at least we have a paycheck coming in that'll take care of our responsibilities. But it's the battle, and then understanding, okay, the economy is trying to justify excuses that don't really matter. Because at heart, in my spirit, in my soul, I'm a go-getter. I'm going to always find a way. God already gave me the tools. In the back of my mind, I'm like, but you got responsibilities, bro. So it's the internal battle. The way that I'm consciously trying to play it is, all right, I want to reach this financial goal in the market first, and then I want to make sure the YouTube channel does good, so I have the income to replace the income. But it's like you're waiting for this perfect moment. Perfection doesn't exist. You have to just do it. I really start to see why people be so attached to the job. Because you always ask yourself, what if? But what if it's not going to bring you results, bro? It's either you do it or you don't. What would I rather do? YouTube full time? Do Uber? Get me another e-scooter? Go feed the people? Keep talking about the markets? Staying in the gym? Keeping my connection with the source? Keeping my connection with God? Building my personal wealth and teaching other people how to do it. Cracking through the matrix. Because you can't really escape nowhere, because where are you going to go? It's the internal battle. And that's just the truth. I'm not trying to come off as crazy. I'm not trying to come off as a complainer. I just speak to you guys about things that go through my mind, and I say things that people are personally afraid to say because they fear judgment from random strangers. If you want to stay at your job for 25, 30, 40, 50 years, that is your personal choice. But there's plenty of money out here. The job is just one way of getting it. I gotta take care of me first. I gotta make sure my mental is good. I gotta make sure I'm growing spiritually, physically, emotionally, financially. It's not even an egotistical thing, because I know when you guys hear the word me, y'all think you're just talking about yourself all day, whatever people think. But I don't control anybody else's life but mine. So it's the internal battle that I'm still facing on a day-to-day basis. And eventually I'm just gonna have to take the leap of faith. Make something happen. Don't let fear get in the way, because fear is false evidence appearing real. Or face everything and rise. I'm gonna leave y'all off with that. Hope you guys enjoy your day today.